Hi, Brigida Cook here. Happy National Work From Home Day. So many of us got a taste of what this is like with all the chaos in the world. So we got to transition to a remote job from wherever we were working. And I know for me, this was really nice. Being in my corporate job, I liked to be able to be at home. I didn't have to commute. I used to have to commute to Boston sometimes. And I got to do laundry here and there, clean, etc., get things done. So when I took little breaks, it was nice to be home and be able to do stuff around the house. But oh yes, also I didn't have to, I didn't always have to dress up unless I had meetings. I didn't have to wear a uniform. I'm sure a lot of people can relate working a lot of days in their comfy clothes or their PJs. But I was still doing the 9 to 5 grind and still sitting on a computer, which I know a lot of you can relate to, that, you got a taste of this freedom, but you would slowly keep working later and later. So what would happen for me is if I took a little break or I thought my break was too long, then I would work later and later into the night. So this daytime role working at home would start going into nighttime, it would go into dinner time, it would go into my personal time, and where was that boundary? It was really tough of it felt like the workday never ended sometimes. And I know all of us, have different different work ethics, different mindsets, but for me, when I took breaks that seemed longer than they should have been, I felt guilty. I've always been self-motivated, so that's why I would keep pushing myself to work later in the night, which was not good. My husband would get home and I was still working at just it was kind of miserable, and it felt like it never really ended, So that's why I am still celebrating work from home day, but now I'm not going to be in the corporate world, so I'm happy that I will be able to make my own structured day, schedule my day. I will have true freedom in my day and my time, not sitting on a computer from 9 to 5 in that set time frame. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that they got this taste of freedom, but they're still glued to a time frame or a schedule, or your time is still really not yours. You're still having to log in for so many meetings, etc. I thankfully didn't have a lot, but I've heard of friends who've had back-to-back meetings all day long. So it's is that still even that joyful being at home, right? And so my dad's also been saying a lot of people are having issues because they've gotten used to this and liked being at home, and now companies are trying to get them to go back into the office and back to commuting, and they're quitting because they don't want to do that. They're we like to have our space at home. You can have your own office space, the couch, the table, whatever works for you. You get to make it your own, and a lot of people have been more productive at home because they can do it how they feel. I felt that I was too, because I could do it on my times, and when you did need a break, we can only focus for so long, up to an hour, and we need breaks. So you didn't feel oh, you're in the office and everyone's watching you. And for me too, when I would go in the office, I didn't have a space. I didn't have an office. I didn't have a cubicle. So I was sharing with people or in a conference room, and I couldn't get anything done. People were always talking to me or asking me questions. I was okay, this is not working. I actually got a lot more done at home. So anyways, let me know where you're at. Are you going back to the office? Are you working at home now? Are you working for yourself? Because there's definitely a lot going on with jobs right now, and I encourage you, if you like this working from home remote work, to think about working from yourself, having true freedom and making this change, because I just didn't want to be, as Jessica said, a slave to the corporate world any longer. And I just wanted to leave it with some thoughts I'd written down the other day. If you are still working for someone or working in a corporate world job, and you're not sure, you're not happy, your time still isn't your own when working at home if you're working to help build someone else's dreams and wealth. So yeah, are you working for you? Are you helping yourself? Are you building your wealth? Or are you just helping someone else get wealthy? So things to think about, and let me know what your status is of where you're working, how it's going. Are you being forced back to the office? Because I know a lot of people are facing this right now. So God bless you all, and have a wonderful day.